to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, and look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Get drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic, with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the New Orleans Saints. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go now. 10, touchdown. You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball. Shut up.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield run. Defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jets will take over first and 10.
Round 80. 52's the mic.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Kill.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 9, Allen under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Alex Anzalone leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Allen. A screen to Bell. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Saints. 41 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Here's Kamara off the draw. Able to slither by. And he's taken down inside the 30. A Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Watch 10.
From the 22, Bridgewater. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. And read.
Bridgewater. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Dan Arnold, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
Regular. Middle.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Harris now to return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 out low. Watch, twist. Shut up.
Now Kamara. Schwab, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And it is now 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Allen now looks to throw. It's caught here by Adams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. He gets it complete to Harris. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Check pass.
Alert 3.
First down, Bridgewater. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football. And what a nice gain on that play.
He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. They come up in an offset eye. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. To throw is Bridgewater. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal.
Check 99.
He's going to get it running right. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They come out here in the eye. Now from back at the 5. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They'll go again with Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And now he'll turn and off his back into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Again, it's Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. He sets to fire deep, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. He's got Smith here, and he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Running with Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Now they get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Bell, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you've got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive? He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 30, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Check nickel.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. To throw on 3rd down. Allen. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
47's the mic.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Shift.
They run the counter. Bell, and an alley to run. The 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he puts this one through. It makes our score 31-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense? Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Jets on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 26. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
We got this.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Going to give this time to the tailback. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check, 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 check.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And here's Allen operating from the gun. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
17 there and a New Orleans first down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Get ready.
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side, complete to Moss. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
We own them. We own them.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? and the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
To throw, it's Allen. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
I can't believe they let you play.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell.
I got you, boy.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Alert, alert, alert.
Hey, check Mike 47.
To the air, Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them.